Mr. Kelly's recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Secretary, thanks for being here today. I just want to get directly to the budget because on page 33 of the budget, it highlights or alludes to a potential large tax increase that's not defined. Now, reading from page 33, this is what it says. Even with reforms to Medicare and other entitlements and tough choices, we will need additional revenue to maintain our commitments to seniors. Now, as I read this, it looks like an open-ended discussion, but with no real specifics. What specifically are we going to do? Because we're past the rug-cutting time. Where do we go? Where do we go to get this revenue? What taxes are going to have to come about?
Well, I think, Congressman, as you know, there have been discussions over the last several years. The President has proposed a number of
and I understand it. I don't want to cut you short. I have a very short period of time. Listen, we're playing ring around the rosy with this. There is no way that we can look at the metrics of this and say this is going to work. My question is, because the real choice right here is between entitlement reform or going to some other type of a tax, which I think a lot of people on the right and left are saying we're going to have a European-style VAT tax. This is going to put a tremendous burden on the middle-income folks, the lower middle-income folks, and the lower-income folks because it hits every one of them. Hard, hard. Nobody walks away from this. Forget all the subsidies and everything else. I want to know, where are you going to get the money? Show me the money. If there's not going to be reform, show me the money. Where is the revenue going to come from? Because we know in this model, you tax it, you fine it. It's through taxes, fines, fees, or borrowing, or God forbid, just printing our way out of it. So where's the money going to come from?
Well, sir, nobody, as you know, in this administration has ever suggested a VAT tax. I think what we are eager to do is work with Congress on a comprehensive program which shares the burden, not taking it out of the backs of seniors, of the backs of
Listen, we're all in this.
That's always been the proposal
we
in
agree.
the past.
We agree violently on that. It comes down to dollars and cents. You can't wave a magic wand to make this money appear. You can't do it. If we're not going to have serious entitlement reform, where is it going to come from? It's simple math. The President says it all the time. Just do the arithmetic. It doesn't float. Well,
I would say some of the most serious entitlement reform is underway right now under this administration. We have cut in half the cost trajectory of Medicare year in and year out. We're seeing the slowest growth in 50 years in the program. Plus more Medicare beneficiaries coming in and more benefits. So I would say that
but
it's
sometimes
underway.
It's much easier to talk the talk than it is to walk the walk. We heard this wasn't cost us anything, and now we're finding out it's trillions more than we thought. It's just not working. I'm looking at this, and the reform is absolutely necessary. I just don't see anybody walking that plank, and I don't see any specifics of this. We can talk in flowery terms about what we want, what our hearts are willing to do, but what our wallets can't provide. The question is, how do you pay for it? It has to be tax increases. It can't come from any place else. I wish it was. Just tap a magic wand and the money just magically appears. It doesn't. We are on a heck of a trajectory right here, and there's no way out of this absent real reform or huge tax increases. There's just no other way to handle it.